Okay guys, I got some of your questions. If I don't answer your question, I will, okay? I've got, I think, 20 in here written down. I need a thumbnail. Okay, hang on. Okay, that's a good thumbnail. Yeah. Okay, so we got a tuna melts, 2 tuna melts on rye bread, some veggies and dip, water, and I also have a Coke Zero. I want to thank you guys. I thought, am I going to regret this? But you guys asked the most amazing good questions. It was like, I can't wait to do this. I can't wait. Yeah. So, let's get started with a bite first. Mmm. I love tuna melts. The best tuna is the white tuna. Okay. Now remember, if I didn't get to your question, I will. I could do another mukbang. Okay. First question is, do you prefer wax melts or candles? Wax melts, because I can't really have a candle out anywhere except unless it's a fake one that works by battery. Zen would be into it, and I don't want him to burn himself or anything like that or get hurt. So I do have a few fall candles that I'd like to burn outside. If we have a nice fall meal outside, I'll burn these are nice candles that smell nice. I will burn it at the fire. Yeah, so that's my plan. And I definitely like the melts better. They're not as strong, but you can still smell them. They're not overpowering, because some of those candles can be. Okay. Favorite food or meal? I love a simple meal. I love, like, tuna melts is one of my favorite. Or a poutine. I love a poutine. Chicken fingers. But my favorite would be fried chicken. fried chicken, coleslaw, macaroni salad, and fries and gravy. That would be my favorite meal. And then the same person asked Bruce's favorite guitar, which would be a Gibson. I asked him. He asked him. He said Gibson and cigar box guitar. How old is Zen? Well, the only reason I know this is because his band on his foot, it says 2014. So, 6, 7, he's 7. Gonna be 8. Yeah, he'll be 8 in February. February 14th, because that's the day we bring him home, so that's what we consider his birthday, his Valentine's Day. Do you ever make date bars? Okay, I have dates in the cupboard, in the pantry. I've been wanting to make date, we call them date squares. My mom used to make them all the time. We used to love them. And I just haven't done it yet. I got a whole pack of dates. I hope it doesn't expire. My mom, she made them all the time. I remember my dad loved them. And even I loved them. And I wouldn't eat many fruits or vegetables. In like dates or like prunes, aren't they? I don't know. Maybe not. But she'd make them every Christmas for sure. So I'm going to make them, and I'm going to make them soon. Fall's coming, and that was one of my plans for fall baking. The Moss family, they always have a collab, like, or a fall cooking. I think that I'll put that on my list to do it for that. She always also asks this person, sweet potato or pumpkin pie. I think it's pie, yeah. Neither. My all-time favorite is my mom's apple crumble pie. Second would be pecan pie. That's another one of my favorites. The cheese is sticking to my teeth. Okay. How many dogs have you had since you've been married? 5. My Susie I had. Bruce and I, we got married and we lived in an apartment for years. Then we rented a farmhouse. I used to cry in the apartment all the time that I'll never own a dog. You know, I'll live in... And Bruce used to say, you will, you will. And the day we moved out of the apartment into the farmhouse, the same day, that day, Bruce said, go look on the porch. And there was a black lab, a puppy black lab. That was our Susie Q. I'm gonna cry because she could say, Mom, this dog was my baby. It was my baby. We couldn't have, well, we tried to have children, but we weren't having any luck, so basically she was like my child. And she only lived to 8. She had a big tumor. I'm sure if it was now, they might have been able to save her, but back then, we couldn't. When we had her, after a few years, we got Samantha. She was another lab. So we had 2 labs, a black lab and a yellow lab. And Samantha, she lived long until she couldn't walk anymore. She couldn't walk anymore, so. But nowadays, like I said, they have carts for this kind of thing. So, and then, Wait a minute. No, that's wrong. We had Susie Q, and then we got Wildflower, our golden retriever. What am I thinking? Because we had her at the farmhouse. We had Susie Q for years, and then one day, we had her for a few years. I've always wanted a golden retriever, so one day me and my mom went to bingo, and I won the jackpot. And we each got $500 because we split it. We thought we were rich. Okay? And I seen in the paper, back then you looked in the paper, you didn't look online, golden retriever puppies that were going to be, you know, for sale. And we didn't live here in AMHERSTBURG. Excuse me. They were born on Christmas Day, and there was 12 of them. And I said to Bruce, I'm buying one. So, but I had to wait weeks and weeks to get, actually they were going to give the puppies at 8 weeks. But they changed their mind, and we got to pick them up at 6 weeks because, well, you know, puppies are a handful. And 12 of them? Whoa, yeah. So, that was our Wildflower. So then we had Susie Q and Wildflower, and they were a few years apart. And then we lived in that farmhouse for a while. I always got my dogs spaded, but Bruce wanted to breed Wildflower because we had his friend at the time, his mother breeded Shih Tzus, believe it or not. And the people, like, this was a big thing, like, they, she worked with another guy, they bred Shih Tzus, okay, so, and then her son had a male golden retriever, so, we bred her, and, the first set of puppies, Bruce delivered them, of course. I waited patiently in the other room with Susie Q, and I just prayed a puppy wouldn't die, and no puppy died. So at the farmhouse, she had 10 puppies on Mother's Day. Yeah, and then I was so worried. 10 puppies. I thought, my gosh, what am I going to do? So I put them in the paper, but I wasn't going to give them to their owners until they were 6 weeks. But I thought, I got to start now because I'll never get rid of all these puppies. I remember we sold them for $2.50 each. In less than 2 days, they all had a down payment and were sold. The one puppy, it was a guy, and he was a hunter, and he didn't seem like, we wanted all our puppies to go to homes where we knew they would be loved and treated like a family member. I just didn't feel comfortable with him. And actually Wildflower growled at him. I said, no, Bruce, to him. It ended up being that one went to a special little girl. Got her that one. And was it that litter or the next litter? Anyways, I can't remember it. Yeah, this is the second litter, yeah. So they all went to good homes because I investigate, you know. I think you can really tell when you talk to people and see how they act and everything, you know what I mean? So I told Bruce, okay, now we gotta get her spaded. He's like, no, we're gonna have one more litter, which was a year later. A year later, we actually lived here. The second litter, Nate's room was empty because Nate wasn't born then. That's where she had her puppies, and that's where we kept them and, you know, cared for them. And, she had 8 of them. Okay. 4 of them were almost pure white, and they were the real, everybody wanted them. And it, again, sold like crazy. Sold like crazy. And I said that was it. We're no more. But we couldn't have, we didn't get her spaded right away. And I remember she ended up having to have an emergency. This is a couple of years later. She ended up having an emergency hysterectomy. We thought she was dying. And our vet, that's still our vet today, we love him, said she just has to have a hysterectomy and she'll be just fine. And she was fine. The only thing about our wildflower, we called her Wildflower because she used to jump in the flowers all the time. For short, we called her Flo. Yeah. But when she got a little older, she got anxiety, like noises, thunderstorms scared the heck out of her. If we weren't home, we were coming home to, we didn't know where she was. She would chew the walls, she'd chew, because we never crated our dogs. And here, I'm gonna get that fly out of the house. There's 2 of them. Suckers. Come on, fall, winter. What was I saying? Oh, here in September, hunting, first day of hunting, all hunting season. That's all you hear out here is shout, shoot. You could hear it. We had to watch her like a hawk, or she would run, wouldn't know where she was going. Yeah, it was bad. She used to, one time we found her in our closet. She was like, She had that bad. Oh, and fireworks too. Yeah, she would run. And we couldn't leave take an eye off of her. I would never want her to run out of fear and never find her again. You know what I mean? But those were the days of shredded hair, dog hair. Always have to vacuum. You'd find dog hair everywhere, in everything. Okay? Especially with labs. Ugh. I don't miss that. I love the dogs, but the dog hair. I would get a golden doodle. They don't shed, and they're a big dog. But there's nothing like a lab, though. The sweetest, most precious dogs you'll ever own. Bless you, Coco. I gotta give it to the labs. Yeah, and then we had Sam, our golden lab, yeah. Okay, I'm back, sorry. Coco decided to be outside for like a while. Always when you're eating. Anyways, okay, we lost Flo around, I think she was 12 or 13. Same thing, she couldn't walk anymore. And then we got Coco at 2 years old. And then we got Sandy, because yeah, they have stories to them, Sandy, and yeah, that's the dogs we've had. If I was to ever get another dog, it would not be a puppy. I'd probably get a senior dog. Yeah. Puppies are a lot of work, and you forget that sometimes by looking how cute they are. Do you have a farmer's market nearby? Yeah, we have a farmer's market. It's nothing. My dream of a farmer's market is like a one in Seattle, where you go and it's just huge, like huge. You can buy fresh flowers, you can buy a fresh donut, you can buy anything. Oh, I would love to have that kind of market where it's just huge. You know what I mean? I'm sure a few of you have them. Ours is nothing big. How did we meet? Me and Bruce? My neighbor was going out with a guy, and he asked if we used to hang out, me and my neighbor, and she met this guy, and he asked if I'd like to meet his friend, and I said yeah. So the next day he rang Bruce, and we met. We walked to the corner store and we kissed our first kiss, and then he left, and I thought, well, he didn't drive, but his friend drove, and I thought, well, I'll never see that guy again. And like I said, my mom said, you better marry that guy, because Bruce used to hitchhike everywhere he went, and everywhere he went, he hitchhiked. So if you're from around here, he hitchhiked from LaSalle to my house every day, just to see me. He never got a car till we were getting married. His parents gave us their old car for our wedding anniversary gift. Yeah. We never had a car, but we did everything. It didn't stop us. And we hung out with our friends all the time. The one that set us up. That was one of his best friends, and he died about at 41 with lung cancer. It was sad. A lot of his friends have died young. Another friggin' fly. Let me get that out. Oh no. I don't know where we're getting the flies from. There's none in the coop at all. Okay. Favorite chicken dish? I'm not really a casserole person. I don't really care for them. I'd rather have chicken with a side dish. But like I said, my favorite chicken is fried chicken. I love the skin. I'm not really, well, you guys can tell, I don't make a lot of casseroles. I'm not big on casseroles because there's just 3 of us. Nate would need it, and Bruce and I would get sick of it after a couple days. Fried chicken, macaroni salad, mashed potatoes and gravy, French fries and gravy. Sandra, stop! Sandy's another one that hears noises, and she just loves to scratch on Nate's door to hide. Do you realize, this is the next question, do you realize how much we subs appreciate your hard work? Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I do. I can tell by the comments. You guys leave the most amazing comments ever. Okay, this one, I have to laugh at this one. Have you ever had a subscriber knock on your door? No. Oh my gosh, no. No, please don't knock on my door. Please. I would freak out. Yeah. That happened to George. Not George, but you know the guy that has George, the goose. That happened to him. His wife was like, she left him. I know I'm really don't look shy on the camera, but in real life, I'm just not a people person. I'd rather just be by myself. A lot of people don't understand that, but I'm good at being with myself, reading, doing puzzles, sitting with my animals. I really am. I'm just, how can I say, not really a people person. I wouldn't like that if you just knocked on my door. No, you can't do that. No. That's why I wouldn't be happy to do a meetup. Okay, what's the next one? Favorite recipes from the holidays. Buckeyes, as we used to call them when we were young. Cuckaballs, my favorite. We always have to have them every Christmas. My mom made so much of them. We would find them in she'd put them in the front hall closet because it was cold there, and we'd find them. And believe it or not, my favorite meal, it's not really a meal. I like appetizers. That's my favorite part of Christmas. Appetizers, dips, chip, I love that kind of food, finger food, that we usually have on Christmas Eve. Yeah, we usually have that. It's my favorite. I like turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, and stuffing, but my favorite part of Christmas and any holiday is appetizers. I love appetizers. Okay, this person's really nice. I know she's not me. How do we keep Zen from pooping everywhere? First of all, if you're gonna have pets, you're gonna have messes to clean up. I don't care if I have poop on the floor. I'm just that kind of person. But I put towels on he likes to sit on the chair by the window. So there's a towel there, and a towel on the back of the couch. He likes to sit with Bruce and the Chip. You see all these things here? I wash them every couple days because he just poops on that. And when I wash the floors, there might be 1 or 2 poops on the floor, which is no big deal. I'm just It doesn't bother me. I'm not out to have a perfect house. I'm out to have a house full of precious animals. I would never judge anybody by, you know, if they had dog hair on their furniture or whatever. No, because I know their animals are truly, truly loved. When we had our labs, dog hair was always around. If Bruce's mom come over, we'd be like, oh freak, because like her house was spotless. You could eat off her floors. No animals were allowed in her house. Here's Michelle with dog hair everywhere. Okay, do you swim in the lake? I don't, because I'm afraid there's something in there that's gonna attack me. When Nate was younger, he'd swim in there all the time. He'd swim, and come up with little baby turtles, snapping turtles. I'm like, me? No. And Bruce, he doesn't even like to get his feet wet. He's not a water person at all. He likes to fish. He can't swim worth a dang. He'd sink to the bottom all the time. That's why I used to worry when we go fishing. If the water was deep, I'm like, oh, you're too close. Nate had swim lessons all through his childhood. So, yeah. That would be my favorite thing to do. Saturday morning. Swim lessons at the gym. I'd sit there and love watching them. Me and Nate always wanted a pool. Bruce, no. Oh, the same person asked, how long does it take you to take care of the chickens in the day? Well, I get up in the morning, let the chickens out, and I let the chickens out in the yard, and I keep them in the chicken yard, and every second day I let the ducks out into the front here. And then I clean all the waters. I take their food out of the coop, because if you leave their food in the coop during the day, the birds will go in there. Now you gotta go out, right? Okay, Sandy has to go out now. Okay, so the morning's the longest, because I make sure to change all the food and not change their food, but I bring their food out of the coop, change their waters. I don't change the pool water every day, because let's face it, we'd have a flood, and you know, they don't need to have their pool water changed every day. Ducks swim in lakes. Yeah. I do that in the morning. Middle of the day, they get their snacks. Oh, in the morning I also fill up all my bird feeders. Middle of the day they get their snacks. So I just bring them out their snacks. End of the day, I usually get the ducks in the coop, and the chickens, they go in the chicken yard. I make sure they have their mealworm treats. And then they put themselves to bed. at night, so just before it gets real dark, I'll go close the coop, or Nate will close the coop, or Bruce will close the coop. Bruce does it mostly on the weekends. He's always outside, so I'll say, "Did you close the coop?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, I closed the coop." Okay, they have their mealworms and I closed the coop. It's an all-day thing. It's a lot of work. Don't let it fool you. Chickens are fun. Ducks are fun. It's a lot of work. How old are your pets? Well, Sandy's 9. She turned 9 in July. Her birthday is the same day as my mom's, July 23rd. Coco's 13. He's going to be 14 on December 8th. The ducks, we got them last year. The chickens, what are they, 4? I'm pretty sure Ginger's only a year. She's a young chicken. Yeah. These are questions from Pink Fairy. You're good, man. I would never think to ask these questions. I'm always, what can I ask someone? What can I ask someone? Okay, her first question is, what would you name your boat? Everybody in the neighborhood has a boat but us. We're just not water people. Like, to sit... First of all, I'm terrified of boats. Remember when I was out when I worked? My friend, she lived right on the river, on the lake. So when I get in a boat, I freak. I don't know why. That's why I would love to have a canoe and go into the lake, but it terrifies me. Yeah, so I remember she brought us in the rowboat for a ride. I was freaking. I was holding on for dear life, and really the water was only 3 feet deep at the most. We are not boat people. But if I did have a boat and liked it, I would say Chickens by the Lake. That would be the name of it. What is your scariest dream? That I've lost Bruce and Nate. That would be my scariest dream ever. I can't picture my life without them. Perfect day. Believe it or not, a perfect day is... It's gonna sound like nothing to some people, but to me, it's my perfect day. A clean house, clean floors and all that. Just sitting, watching maybe a cooking show or a YouTube video, doing my puzzle, reading the book, watching the birds in the yard, going on a little walk. Like every day I think I have a perfect day. Because this is what I do, but my house is not clean every day. But if it was a perfect day, my house would be spotless. I'd have nothing to worry about. I'd have takeout. I'd take out my favorite food. And go for a walk in nature. Do puzzles. Read. You know, I was going to say sleep late, but I don't like to sleep late anymore. Used to be my favorite thing when I was a teenager. I used to love to sleep till 2 in the afternoon. But nah, I'm a morning person. I like to be up. That simple is my perfect day. To have Bruce home, out, he's doing his own thing, like he's puddling around. Yeah, I just sit here, relax, I have no worries, doing puzzle and reading. It's just, I'm a simple person. I don't need a lot of things. Would we do lives? I'm working on that. I need some moderators. Anybody, any volunteers? I got 3 so far. 3 moderators. And I don't know if I don't know. I don't think I could do it on my computer. So I have to do it on my phone. And I don't have the most elaborate phone. So I don't know how it will work. I just gotta do it one day. Just sit and do it. And, just follow the instructions. It tells me what to do, I think. I ask people and nobody answers me. How do you do lives? Nobody answers me. I'm going to figure that out and I'm going to have a nice live. I know how. I'm waiting to get 1,000 on TikTok because I know how to do TikTok. You just press the dang button. I don't know how to do it on YouTube. But I'll figure it out. I need some moderators, like I said. Any volunteers? Interest in still buying an RV. You know what? I was hoping somebody would ask this because no, I'm not interested anymore because the prices are outrageous. People think they can get thousands and thousands for these campers and they're dreaming. I want to work this summer on my van, turning it into a place where I could put an air mattress in the back. I build a little countertop inside just to make it like if we go on a little trip we could sleep in our van. I'm good with that. Yeah, I'm not interested anymore. These prices for these campers. And I'm not interested in camping in the summertime in the middle of the heat. I'd rather go in the fall where it's nice and cool. Oh, hang on. The kids wanted to say hi to the chickens. Okay, I won't put the kids on the vlog at all. No. Okay, what was... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's... I want to do our van instead of getting... I'm done with looking at RV trailers and stuff because they just think they're gold or something. Would I visit the U.S.? Of course. Gatlinburg, Tennessee. It's the only place I want to go. Oh, when? That's not true. I want to go see the Pioneer Women. Eat at her restaurant. And stay at her lodge, maybe. Did my mother teach me to cook? Believe it or not, I was like Nate. I ate peanut butter and jam sandwiches all the time. I didn't eat anything. I didn't want to try anything. I don't know why I eat everything now. Back then, That's not true. I don't eat everything. I could eat more vegetables, but I'm not really big on that. No. I eat peanut butter and jam sandwiches until, even when I was married, and French fries. I don't know how I guess I started trying things once I was married, and then my job, I worked in the kitchen at a retirement home and watched them cook in the kitchen all the time, got ideas. I really started to cook, and then I could have become a cook there, but I like to interact with the residents in the dining rooms. It was my favorite part of my job. You would not believe how many people don't visit their parents when they're in a retirement home or nursing home. I would just listen to them, get to know them, about their lives. It's always so interesting to see what they did for a living and what kind of lives they had, and the stories they could tell you. It was the favorite part of my job. That's why I really have a soft spot for older people, senior citizens, and dogs. They have a place in my heart. I loved that about my job. A lot of times I did not like my job, but I always loved to talk with the residents, give them their favorite meals, you know. I'm just thinking back. I used to love that. Yeah, my mom, she cooked a lot, but I really wasn't interested in that food back then. That's why I'm pretty sure Nate will one day eat more different foods. He's just like me. Yeah. My mom never forced me either. And for my wedding shower, she gave me things. I can't remember. She gave me a lot of things, but she wrapped up in a box a big jar of peanut butter and a big jar of grape jelly. That was funny. Bruce retires. What is his plans? Okay, when Bruce retires, he wants to not travel. He likes to sit out, putt around in his garage. He wants to get his garage in order. He's been working on that for a while. He wants to have all the tools, all the things, you know. So if he wants to build something or make something, or yeah, he wants to have all that just there, and he can putz around and do that kind of stuff. And he's not really a traveler. I really have to bug him to go some, you know. He's a homebody. He loves to just sit around, and not sit around, but he likes to work, putts out in his garage, putts out in the yard. I'm going to tell you though, either one of us, some people think, oh, when I retire, I'll be bored, I'll miss it. Not us. Not us. Well, I am retired and I do get a pension, okay? I worked hard and I get a pension that I paid into, okay? And people can say what they want. I'm on disability, whatever. I'm not, okay? I paid into a work pension that I get, okay? And then I make my money on YouTube. And let me tell you, I do pretty good bringing money into the house, by the way. Yeah, but most people are like, you know, I can't live without not much money and this and that. We can. We may not look like it because we shop a lot and stuff, but we can. When it comes down to the dirty, the down and dirty, we'd rather be a little poor and not have to work, not have to go out there and work. We'd rather just be in our little home. We don't like to travel to Mexico or the Bahamas or anything like that. That's not our thing. It's not our thing at all. A lot of people like that, and that's good. That's what they like. But for us, no. No. Yeah. Basically, we're easy, everyday people. We're not fancy people. And we like it that way. Okay. Well, that's my questions for today. I will do another one. I don't know when. I'll write the questions down. Say hi, Nate.
Hello.
And then I will do another one. Oh, I breathed and the piece of thing moved and I thought it was a bug. Oh, that's all I think about. That's why I do not. Some people say, oh yeah, you're complaining now, but when it gets cold, you'll want summer back. Not me. Okay. Thanks for watching and listening to my answers. I hope you liked some of them. If you did, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video. I'm going to go get this up for you guys.